Welcome to the Beastly Gamer channel, guys. I'm the Beastly Gamer, and today I'm going to be doing my playview, which is a playthrough review slash. And I wanted to let you guys know, if you haven't played Season 2 of The Walking Dead, All That Remains, this is heavy in spoilers, so please look away if you have not tried this game. Go buy it if you haven't. It's fantastic. All That Remains starts off with Clementine as the main character. You get to control her finally after the events of Season 1, in which Lee Everett died in the last episode. Clementine is with Amin and Krista, the two survivors from the last few episodes of Season 1. And this game takes a very dark road initially. I feel Telltale Games is set out right now to let people know, hey look, this is going to be a whole new kind of experience. Clementine is going to be in some situations that you are not used to her being into. Clementine was very sheltered. As you see, she's being stuck up right here by this little thug chick who catches her in the bathroom, wants to go through her backpack, see what she has her at gunpoint with her own gun. And from the sounds of things, this chick has killed numerous people, or at least held up numerous victims. Now, Amin comes around the corner. Clementine sees him, and so he's going to sneakily fix the situation. But unfortunately, Amin is gone. So this is already the dark tone that Telltale is taking with Season 2. 5 minutes into the game, Amin is gone. And Krista comes in. She doesn't want to hear this chick trying to apologize. And she just Heisenbergs her right there. This is a very dark tone. I mean, we all know that Season 1 had a dark tone, but to take such a steep drop off, this cliff of dark turn initially in the first episode, has got me extremely stoked for what's to come. Now we're 16 months later. Clementine and Krista are together. Krista, I'm not going to spoil anything about her because it may come further down the road, but she's lost some weight, and they're together. Of course, Amin is dead. And they're surviving, and they end up getting separated, and Clementine hears a ruckus in the woods, and she goes out to investigate. She sees these guys trying to attack Krista, and so what does Clementine do? She creates a distraction. She throws a brick, Ellie style, hits the guy in the head, and now she's running for her life, and so is Krista. And this story, just the initial first episode, is so... You feel so bad for this little girl because you know she's young, she's not used to being by herself, and now she's got to defend herself from the walkers. She's got to defend herself from this guy right here who, for whatever reason, is trying to attack her. So she gets him in the arm, and she keeps moving. And you feel for this kid. This guy's trying to get her. I got daughters. I know some of you guys got kids, and it pulls on your heartstrings. It really tugs on mine. I'm an emotional guy. I'm a Pisces. So I little things like this, when it comes to, sheer emotion, yeah, it gets me. Long story short, now she's by herself for whatever reason. If you haven't played the game, go play it. She's really alone, 100% out alone and afraid, and she has no one to help her. And so what can she do other than keep moving? She ends up finding a dog named Sam to be her friend, a little puppy. And this dog ends up leading her into an old derelict campground with tents and garbage cans and barbecue grills. And the kid's hungry, so what does she do? She goes dumpster diving, and she finds a can of beans, but she has no way to open it up. And she finally gets it open, and she wants to share with the puppy. And what would you do? What would your humanity do? Would you eat all the beans, or would you share with the dog? And see, that was what really screwed me over in this period of time, because I had no idea that potentially eating all the beans for myself or sharing them could have a significant impact on the story. So let's go ahead and try to share with the dog. And he's too greedy. And look what happens here. This fucked me up. I'm sorry, guys. It really screwed me over. Seeing this happen to Clementine, and you think about Clementine through Season 1. Sweet, innocent child now defending her life against this ravenous dog trying to kill her and eat her. And it was wow, what a moment in this game. And of course I did all the editing myself. I hope you guys are enjoying it as I tell this story. Clementine's injured and alone at night in the woods, bleeding from her arm from a vicious dog attack, and now she's walking through the woods with nowhere to go. There's no destination in her mind. It's just desolation. So she's moving. She's hallucinating from blood loss. She looks around. This is what she sees. She sees haziness. She sees walkers in the distance. She knows that she's losing blood and losing energy, but she has to keep moving. But unfortunately, one of these walkers gets right up on her, and game over. No, I'm just kidding. The walker, one of the walkers comes up behind her and attacks her, as it's about to happen now. She's got to keep moving. You know, she's a survivor. She's listened to Destiny's Child once or twice. And so she's trying to get away from these things, and obviously hurt. You see the red faint color symbolizing your health in the game, and so this guy comes up and grabs her. And at this point, I didn't know what I was going to be able to do because she's hurt. Her left arm is bleeding. There's not much you can do other than just basically succumb to death. But at the last second, what happens? She gets help from these new characters that Telltale is introducing. And let me say, Telltale, you guys are fantastic at weaving these stories. I wouldn't put your stuff right there with Kirkman's, the guy who created The Walking Dead, but you guys deserve major accolades for the type of stories that you guys are weaving with these characters and little side plots, because there's so much going on. Now, Clementine waking up, hurt and looking around. Now there's a whole new group of survivors, and they're all wondering who she is, if she got bit by a walker. That's their main thing. This girl got bit by a walker,
and you just believed her?
And I don't want her to bite me. And so the humanity is drained. Where is your humanity at a time like this? She almost gets killed by Sputnik with a shotgun. And it's just a very bad situation for her. And that chick is a bitch right there. You guys will see. Can't stand her.
Clementine, you okay?
And so she just wants to survive.
And then I'll go.
She wants to see a doctor. She wants her arm to be healed.
That's the point.
I can't believe.
So what do? What do the humans do? What do the survivors do? They lock her away in the shed outside because they figure, okay, if she turns, we'll see her in the morning. If not, she's really bit by a dog and we can treat her, because they don't want to waste their supplies on someone who's going to turn. And so what does she do? You guys know Clementine's been through season 1. She gets out. Of course, she's a master of unlocking, just like Jill Valentine. And so she's out. She wants to go to the house, sneak in there, and get some supplies to clean her wounds, because she knows that if she lets them sit there and fester, they can infect her and potentially kill her. So she goes and gets help from this guy here. She knocks on his window.
I need your help.
Me? No, I'm sorry, but I can't do nothing.
Please, I need to fix
And he
my arm.
he gives her a little bit of the things she needs. She sneaks into the house through the basement, and she goes and, goes from room to room, kind of checking and see what people are thinking, what's going on inside the house. And now, at this point, she's trapped in the bathroom, so she has to hide inside the shower when this chick comes in, and basically this woman says that she's pregnant, but she doesn't know who the father is, and she's trying to convince the guy she's with is his.
Damn it. Just need to have this baby. Let it be okay. Let it be his.
Yeah, so the story is pretty interesting. These side stories. Now, after she's gotten everything she needs from the house, she goes back out, and now it's time for wanna play a game. Yeah, it's Saw time, guys. Poor Clementine, sweet innocent child from part 1. Now she has to treat her own wounds, and this part is for the squeamish. I don't know, man. It seems like Telltale wanted to really kind of hit you in the gut with this scene in particular, because they let it last for so long. But not just the peroxide, but the sewing. I didn't show you guys all the sewing. I think you had to sew 7 or 8
I'm good.
different times.
I'm
It was like, which one to sew? Look at it. It's so realistic, and it just looks gruesome and painful. Ouch. Telltale wanted to hit you in the stomach with that one. And I think they did a really good job. Now, after all this shit she's been through, they finally let her inside the house, and they're treating her decent, and showing her a little bit of trust. But now, here's my favorite scene. Check this out.
Oh, you're still here.
Bitch.
I wouldn't get comfortable if I were you. Maybe you fooled everyone else, but not me.
Don't talk to me like that.
Or what? You can't pull some shit on me. I'm not my husband.
You should watch your language if you're going to be a mom.
You should watch your ass if you know what's good for you.
I just needed some help.
Well, you got it. Now go.
Whose baby is it?
Excuse
Bitch.
me?
If it's not Alvin's, whose is it?
You shut your fucking mouth.
You should probably think about being nicer to me.
What a scene. Telltale is able
That's
to
just my advice.
put this kind of
knew you were
emotion,
going to
evoke
be
this
a
kind of
fucking
emotion in you,
problem.
and make you strongly hate these characters or like these characters. And this season 1, episode 1, ends with them going on a fishing trip the following morning. And so they're out here fishing, and they come across a scene where there are dead bodies, people who have been shot, riddled with bullets, and all hell looks like it already broke loose. And then they're separated by some walkers. So these two gentlemen here, one she likes, the older gentleman, his nephew she doesn't like because he's the one who almost shot her in the face. And now they see all these dead people who have been murdered, and it's so close to their home, or where their stronghold is. They want to know what's going on, who did what. And it ends up that they get separated by walkers, and the story ends. Season 2, episode 1 ends on that note. But what do I think about this? I think the graphics are really nice and pleasant to the eye. You do get the occasional jumps and jitters out of the graphics, the same way you did in season 1. I think the story is fantastic. So far, I'm extremely excited to see what else they're doing with this season. I'm very anxious to see Clementine growing up and making grown-up decisions. It seems like she's ready. She reminds me of Carl from The Walking Dead. She's coming out of that childlike mentality and coming into her own from the strength that she learned from Lee Everett and the circumstances and situations that she's been around. And so, especially the new dynamic with these new characters. Of course, these characters are always... This is the dynamic where you have to pick and choose who you're going to side with. I sided with him because I liked him. I didn't like his nephew. He's kind of an asshole, so I came over to give him a hand. But overall, I would have to give this game a beastly score of 9 out of 10. It's 9 out of 10, 90, however you want to say it. I enjoyed it. I'm going to play it again. It took about an hour and 35 minutes to beat. I just think the Walking Dead universe is a great place to weave these tales, and Telltale Games is the company that seems best suited to do this. It's a fantastic thing, and I think that they should probably do seasons more than just 2. Now, here's scenes from the next installment. You guys make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about it. We're growing, and it's all because of you. Check it out.
Someone's outside. Someone came here looking for you. A man.
What? Did he say what his name was?
We know damn well who it was.
Who is he?
One of the guys we were with before.
What's he gonna do?
I can't keep going.
I figure we got about
Lever.
5 more days to reach those mountains.
We ain't here to rob nobody. Just relax and put the gun down, man.
I thought you were dead.